can now track your challenges. Okay. Thanks. I hope you can see me. Concurrent generate. Mm. So. There's a lot of Hello? Hello? I don't know why there is that sound. There's a lot of background sound on my microphone. I need to get a new headset. I'm not sure. Can you hear me? Yeah. There seems to be like some kind of piercing sound. I don't know how to remove that weird sound. There seems to be like this kind of weird sound that you can hear. There's no wind. So I think it's probably just my microphone is not good. So I'll probably be starting to save money on like a really good noise canceling headset. I see a lot of those being recommended, but I can't really trust any. So my brother actually asked me to buy a new set of headsets for him. So I don't know if it's my laptop that's making the sound or if that is actually something. Oh, you can't hear it now. I think things are okay. Yeah. Earlier was kind of wild. Anyway, so I have a few things to celebrate. My main account is now level 88, but I'm now using a different display source because um, it's not working out with the other one. So Navi Plays made a suggestion about how to manage the town. So if you're not a towner, if there is no sanctuary in any of the new town visitors, you just send them all away. So all you need to work on whether there's two buildings or three, are the ones that have this sanctuary logo. So if you're busy, you don't want to deal with this kind of stuff, and you have other eggy accounts, you can actually just activate. This is what I do. I just activate the ask for help so other people can help me. I don't really mind earning anything from the town or not. My goal is to have all of them set up here. So if you notice, they're all set up here. There's only one, um, what do you call this? There's only one building. So if you're actually having a hard time with your building's upgrade, then you can just upgrade it up to like three spots, and then you're good. So I usually upgrade in full grocery and cinema because those take a lot less time, and so I can actually improve the number of finished town visitors. I don't know why this is slow. It's my first time to do a TikTok live with this Android device emulator, so I guess it's pretty slow when the TikTok studio is also turned on. So maybe I need to upgrade it, but I'm not really sure. So it kind of feels like everything is in slow motion. But yeah. So, but since I'm testing out how to use this for like 25 minutes, um, everything is okay if it's slow. But it's usually not this slow, which is kind of weird, at least for me. So usually I use LD Player. LD Player is significantly faster, but it's not today. So I usually check, it's getting a lot faster. So I usually just check my animals. So for my animals, I always put in a lot of animal feed because they can actually give you at least 25 experience points. And at a certain level, after you've fed them enough, you do reach goals. And also, if you have enough sanctuary animals, sometimes they will actually give you a tool. So the reason why I'm only deal dealing with the ones that have a sanctuary icon is because you can actually get some stuff from there, either coins or upgrade tools and things like that. So this one, the calf is just three puzzles away. So I'm always choosing puzzles as my reward. And if the boat is having like a puzzle event, I try to complete the puzzle event. So if you notice, the only ones that I try to complete are the ones that have um, these amounts because um, yeah, it's pretty useful. So for the power bunny, I try to wait for the bunny time, but sometimes there's not enough time to wait. So let's try to. I'll show you how I utilize my what do you call this? So I have to check. Okay, so I have two Albertos, and then I have one Isabella, which is a teacher. So if you already prepped, if you already prepped your town, For the Power Bunny event, it'll be easier to use it, especially if you're in crunch time. If you're in the window of the Power Bunny time, so this is not a Power Bunny time, obviously, but she's not a teacher, she's a lady. So now I have this one, and then I just click on it, and I go to the town task. So there's a lot less clicks and a lot less seconds wasted than if you're actually going back and forth. So now, you do receive the gift if you're the one who completed her. But if it's like a visitor, sometimes there's a glitch. But usually, even if it's a visitor, you do get um, the reward of completing her. So one of my accounts doesn't allow that, but the other one does allow that. So I was like, which one is which? But sometimes one of my baby accounts only had four. For the latest task event, there was only four that I was able to see in the task events, but the others had like more than four. So I do prefer the current version of the task event because I really hated the original version. So it was much better the new version where it stacks up. So because sometimes I can't complete like the 20 tasks in one day. So if it can go to, so as much as possible, try to get um, bunny time. So it was easier for me to serve people in the town using the bunny period because I prepped one task and then I had three more. So if you wait for the 1 hour and 27 minutes after you can prep some other things like you can prep um, this task and then you can wait for the 1 hour, but this is like 1 hour per task, so that kind of takes a lot of time. So what I usually do is I wait for this and then I just go ahead and do tasks like mining tasks. So I have two salesmen, and so then I can do two more mine tasks during the bunny hour. If I am able to do bunny time later, I will do it live. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do bunny time on this live because I'm still just preparing for things. So the valley is open again. So this one is a bit difficult for me because what I usually target for the first few days is the sanctuary points. And then I will increase the amount of points that I have in the valley. So I just usually increase the number of fuel spins, and then I don't really pay attention a lot to the daily quests tasks. My main goal usually is to get the 400 points first. So I actually target the animals first because I really like the decorations. So especially for my main account, I do focus on receiving or getting the task first. And so even though I can pass by a lot of buildings and all sorts of places, um, I try to just go directly to this place. So I don't have to pass by any of the small spaces. I could just come back to them after it's done. So after this one is done, I can actually go do other tasks. So my goal for this main account is actually to get to 1 million. And funnily, um, oddly enough, I was able to get to 1 million on my sub account. So if you are also playing Heyday and you want me to add you, I have quite a few accounts. So I can actually add you to other accounts. The main account already has too many friends, so add a lot of people there. I'm actually monitoring um, the friends that I have there, and I want to lessen the number of people that I have on that account. So, yeah, I think there's just a lot of things open on my side that I should really close. So, this account, I usually use this one. So, it reached 1 million earlier than my main account because I usually don't purchase a lot of things on this account, and it usually sells a lot of items to the main account. So, um, not sure if we're freezing. There's really like a weird sound that you can hear on this thing, which is kind of annoying. To improve your life, try the following tips. Close other applications, streaming tools, change the setting in other applications. I'm not usually doing any special effects, so it's kind of weird. I don't really have a lot of applications open when I'm doing this, so it's kind of odd. So I'm gonna close some applications so I think it can handle this. Basically, it's telling me that I should get a new gaming laptop. That is a goal, but currently not able to do that. Okay, so what I do is I do activate um, this voucher, right? So Tom, I call him Tommy. So and then I get blankets from him. So I get the maximum amount. So that I'll be able to actually send that to my main account. So while we're waiting, so one of my favorite things is the yard sale. I usually have a lot of stuff with me. So after you get the blanket from him, you just set up a timer, right? So that you don't miss um, the the next round, which is like in like a couple hours. Uh, Sometimes I can't see things very easily. Okay, so I don't send everything. I usually just send like nine, and then I go back to the main account. So I think a lot of users also do the same thing. We just have to be really fast and really careful. So since my accounts are in the same neighborhood, it's easy for me to access them. So currently, our neighborhood is full because I opened it up to um, non 18, but most of them are like very chill. So since we're not really focused on the derby, although currently the level of I was surprised. The level went to expert level, so we're just one level below championship league. But I don't think we're gonna reach that level. But because um some people are adding up to the amount of like points they we are able, but not everybody is very active. So if you notice, some people are like on zero, which is okay. I told them you don't have to go crazy. I just need them to like do one activity, because if you don't do anything for the event, for the derby, you're not going to be able to get any rewards. It will be grayed out. So I told them just get at least one done. So for these are for the regular derby. And well, I think it's for all the derbies that's what you're supposed to do. So the way that I've so the difference between the Iggy account that's level 2064 and this account, which is 88, is I only started, so I used up all of my coins for a really, I think for the deep fryer. So that cost more than 900,000. I think 950,000. So I was like, okay, I need to save, because there's a lot of tips online that you can follow in order to get to millions of coins, right? And you just continue to use your machines to, especially for the creating ores. That's what I usually do with that. Is I got all the machines, and they're all running on full time. So because you have several of them, I run one for coal, I run one for iron, I run one for gold, I run one for platinum, and I run one for silver. So if I need to upgrade the train or the town hall of another Iggy account, then I do increase the production on my main account for the, because it's already maxed out. Most of the things in the main account is maxed out, because I try to max them out as soon as possible so that I'll be able to um, use them indiscriminately. A county fair is coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to that since I like county fairs. So when you're selling things, even if you have a lot of blankets, try to sell a few other things, because if it's only blankets and you don't have enough to sell on all of the slots, then you don't want to have any blank slots just in case the person is a big spender and they're gonna come over to your shop. So this is just what I do in order to fill up all of the spots with things that other people probably will need. And so the reason why I just sell it in the shop instead of like a yard sale person, or like a farm visitor, is because the farm visitors sometimes just ask you for give ask you for one blanket and then give you like 890 was what I was asked. I was gonna be given, and I was like, dude, no, I'm not gonna give you. I make a lot of these as well, the honey soaps. Since the things that you need for them is not that much, so I just wait. So currently, I have this much, and then usually you can get thousands of coins from the blankets. So if you just wait, you'll be able to get. I forgot what the time is for. Oh yeah. So we now reach 25 minutes. So I'm gonna try to go for an hour if it's possible. So I don't usually give anything to my farm visitors anymore since, and then I saw in another player they don't do anything except jewelry, and in this case, um, yeah. So for these, I usually just run as many as I can. So there's nothing that I need for any of the towns right now. So I'm just gonna run these. So I don't always have like platinum to run. So like I ran out of iron ore, so I'll get some more later. I usually check the newspaper for that since I have enough money for this account. So so I have this much, right? So with the blankets and the other things that I sold, I can add a significant amount to this one. So after a couple of hours, I'll be able to go back to the other account and I'll be able to um, get more items from there. Sometimes I buy diamonds as well so that I'll be able to um, sell them, right? And it's very useful for me to be able to have that kind of um, setup because my other accounts are 64, 60, 55, two 54s, and a 41. So I'm also leveling up my baby farms because some of them have Tom vouchers. And what I want to do with the Tom vouchers is activate it for a period of time. I'm not chronically online. So what I do is I activate Tom and then I open that account after my alarm goes off and then I get the blankets and then I actually continue with what do you call this? I continue with selling it to the main account and then from the main account I sell it in full price and then I'll be able to um, get the money that I need to get to 1 million. So I'm saving for the next machines. So the main goal is to be able to afford all of the future machines that I will be needing. So currently, I'm not saving like any coins for the actual just goal of like 100 million coins, but I'm just still saving for the things that I will need to be buying. I haven't actually calculated how much the other machines will cost in the future. I don't wanna. I'm one machine at a time kind of person. So the next machine that I need is actually some all the way to the deep fryer already. So the next one is the preservation station, and when I check the preservation station, preservation station on Heyday, it costs almost a million as well. Yeah, it costs 950 coins. So the deep fryer was also kind of expensive. Let me check. I don't think it was 950. No, 900,000. So I currently have enough coins for my next item, which is the preservation station. And then, so how much is the pottery station? So you'll probably need a lot of so once you have level um 59 on your heyday. So Pottery Station is like 1 million. So and then what's the next one? Fudge shop. So for the fudge shop, um, it's increasing by 50,000 each time. So 1,050,000, and then probably the next one is 1,100,000, and so on. So let me check. What's this one? So I still have a few machines. So basically, I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10, about 11 million or so to complete all of the other machines. But the levels are gonna give me some time because the last level is like 124 and there's a gap already for these. So it's not like it's gonna come consecutively. But if I continue to use my Tom uh, technique, which I learned from another player, and of course, I can also continue to use the other level, the other tips that, and like avoid making the other mistakes, right? I'll be able to continue with the other things that I can do. So, um, hopefully, the yard sale will take away a lot of my weird stuff. So, I usually have a lot of like random things, and I hope that the yard sale will take all of them. But usually it doesn't happen. You need to have like three or more of that item. So whenever a yard sale comes in, I remove those things that I don't like from the active use as a decoration so that they can get removed because don't actually think I'm gonna use them in the future. So I used to have those purple flowers. There's too many of them, and I kept receiving them from, yeah, here you go. So what you can do is if you have any coins, I don't have a, if you have a coin voucher, then you can also activate that because you're actually like earning something so you can get a bonus if you want to. My silo is actually not increasing that much because I took on a lot of new neighbors. What actually happened is a lot of my upgrade tools kind of went to them. But now I'm making sure to prioritize the needs of my main account. So um, I'm sending most of the things to myself again so that I'll be able to increase the silo space and the other things that I need to increase. So currently at level 88, my silo and barn are really low. It's only at 2,000. So if you're starting this game or if you haven't started this game, please prioritize your barn and silo for upgrading, right? Because you really, 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 really need it to increase because um, it's gonna be the thing that limits your account the most is if you don't have enough space for the things that you need. And my hope is I can at least have 100 um, items for the things that I need each time. So I don't have any carrots. It's still growing. All right. So yeah. If there's a puzzle for the boat, I kind of pay attention because I'm very forgetful. I actually have spreadsheet. I have a Heyday info spreadsheet that tells me whether the boat that I'm playing currently will have a puzzle or just a voucher. Of course, vouchers are also important. You can get a lot of animals um, using those, and I also make a lot of bait with them. So that was my early mistake. I made too many um, baits with the vouchers. Don't do that. Just maybe make two for each color and then just focus on the regular lures, not bait lure. So I made too many gold, green, blue, and purple lures than I should have. Um, and then now I have all the animals. Unfortunately, there's too many animals. I kind of went ham on the animals. I like at one point that was my I was hyper fixated on pets for a good reason. So I keep telling my neighbors that you should try your best to have at least three of a kind so that they'll give you something, right? I don't know what's up with birds. I don't know if I have, because I have more than three birds, but I don't know if I have enough birds to get two rewards. So I don't know what's happening with these donkeys. They haven't given me much these days, but I have to monitor that. So we have to increase your barn storage. Make sure that before you do weeding or before you feed your animals or check on your animals, you have to make sure that um, you have enough space in your barn because it's not gonna give you those expansion tool and upgrade tool rewards if um, your barn is full. So I release some of the slots before you actually feed your animals, do weeding. Because when you're feeding your animals and caring for them, at a certain point, you also receive a tool or an upgrade tool, but it's not a lot. Unlike for pets, which if you have three of a kind, they will give you a tool, right? Or a free item. So I'm an advocate for pets, although they are kind of a pain because it does take up a lot of bacon at a certain point, and bacons are quite necessary for a few things that you're making, and it does take a while for you to get them, like 4 hours. There's no there. I'm not sure if there's a voucher that will actually increase the time. So far, I haven't encountered any. So I do need those carrots. So my sub farms, I also plant a lot of the basic goods. For the big farm, I do the longer items. So yeah, you have to always check what are the things that you need to do in the farm pass. So most of the time, I'm able to do the goals that are simpler, but the ones that are longer term are a little bit harder for me to do. So, for example, if I don't think I want to do the or the item, I just delete it and then wait for the next one since I have other things to deal with. I don't know what people do. I don't wait for it to reach a higher amount. I just once I have the 10, I'm too impatient. So I just go ahead to do that. So occasionally I will go back to the town. I am quite a bit of a towner. I really like to play the town. I don't really have time to watch ads right now. So if you have the sanctuary item, I almost sent it away. Gotta be careful when your game is loading slowly. I'm getting alerts that there's a high computer load detected. I don't know why is there a high load because everything is actually closed. So I closed everything. Maybe there's too many things that are open, but most of the things that are open are the actual game and a TikTok studio. Yeah. So this is the one that I focus on. If I have the item, which I usually do, because and if I don't, I just ask for help. It's not a big deal. So if it's just on one item thing, then so always upgrade to 10 out of 10 and then decrease the amount of time that your personal train needs to go into maintenance. So for me, 2.5 hours is enough. I kind of went too much on that. So I go for items that are, I go for tasks that are on the grocery and cinema because those take a lot less time. But I do add a few varieties here and there. And if you are also taking it from your eggy farm, so some of these farms are my eggy farms, you also get the neighborhood um, point, I guess, from them. So always check if there's a box in the water, but I didn't check today because I don't really have the time for that. We got like 20 minutes left. So I have to go back to work soon. So I'm just trying to go live for at least 25 minutes to about an hour to see how things go. So once they come in, I just put them in very quickly. Don't check it out yet. Once they're on idle and they are marked arrive, you just put them in and then you can filter them after. So I maximize my goal currently for all of the towns is to maximize it to 42%, 42 people. So if I have the item, then I will go ahead with it. So this time, my machines are not going to be tied up to anything that's needed by any town visitor, right? So in this case, I don't have any pizza. I don't want to spend cheese. And I don't have any garlic bread. So I'm going to send him away, right? So some of those you don't send away because they have the sanctuary logo. So in your free time, in between derbies, make sure that um, you're increasing the amount of production so that you'll have the items that you need. So there you go. So puzzles, focus on production, and then don't release them until you need to. So let me check if we are on Power Bunny yet. So it's gonna take another 52 minutes in order to reach that. So I'm gonna have to do that first. So 54. So usually I go like a minute earlier so that I have some time to remember what am I setting this alarm for? So I'm my brain doesn't really work very well with memorizing things. So um the things that you get from this actually doesn't take up a lot of slots. So it kind of ends up under purchased, I think. I'm not sure. So don't activate any of these. Um, so yeah, these are the ones that I got from. Anyway, so try to get as many vouchers as you can through any means and activate them whenever necessary so you'll be able to um, get the things that you need. So, in between the bunny time, I try to produce the items that I might need. So, but that one takes too much time. This one will take too much time. So I kind of choose. And then if I have, I try to be a generous neighbor as much as I can. So it also increases your um, level. Um, in there is like a goal that you have to reach to the amount of. So I still have an active request. Nobody's helping me with it. So it's not because your neighbors are not helpful, but sometimes your neighbors are not just at the level that you need. So most of my machines only have 4 slots because I was kind of wasteful with my diamonds in the past. So now I am a reformed individual. Whenever I participate in the valley, whether I'm getting 30 coins or 10, I allot them to increasing the slots of my machines. That is some after you while you're focusing on your barn and your silo, diamonds should only be used to open slots in your machines. Okay, so one of the machines that I open the slots for whenever there is a farm pass perk, right, is the sugar. Um, I don't know why, I just like it. So, and one of the places that I actually increased my diamonds to as much as I can is the dairy, because sometimes you need 4 of the same thing for tasks, right? And so I try to increase as much as I can the slots for the dairy. Those are things that you're gonna be needing a whole lot more. So I also increased the slots for my bread. Uh, b- Not my bread, for my bakery, so that I can. I'm trying to increase it to up to 8 at least. So there are certain machines that you would actually increase the slots earlier because they are earlier machines, right? So, and they don't take up a lot of time. So, you can make a lot of bread actually. So, for this one, I primarily focus on reaching the 400 points because I want to get this one, right? Some people go for the diamonds. For my eggy farms, I sometimes aim for the the diamonds, but if the design of the decoration is kind of nice, I get it as well, especially if it's going to be a part of anything like this, right? So I don't know where I'm going to get. Obviously, I'm not going to get a lot of the items that are in the shop offer. So, but reaching any level here is already fine. So I already enjoy doing that. So I really want to get the icons of history, but I'm not sure if I can get it because a lot of them are like one of them is farm pass, and I'm not sure if I can get it in the farm pass or not. So let me check the farm pass. So I think she's only available for the premium user. So there's a lot of perks to, yeah, she's available on the premium side. And personally, I'm more of a free to play kind of person. I don't, yeah, so she's over here. So in order to get the maximum pass, you need to at least get all of these passes, or yeah. So I'm not a big fan of pay to play. So the reason why I like this game is I can play it without paying anything because I have enough patience. So when I don't have any tasks or county fair to deal with, and the items are not here in the bunny, I usually just make things. In the production line, I don't let my machine kind of hang out without doing anything, especially if it's not yet mastered. But once it's mastered, I actually just kind of don't F with it. If I have the items to make something, then I would just make something and just let it be. And so that I can also get, you know, I can get XP points, and I can also um, have stuff in stock in case I need it for the county fair. So county fairs usually it needs a lot of stuff, especially if the level of your um, farm is quite higher. So I used to have, how can I explain it? So I have some farm plots that are different. So this is only for cotton, and this is my garden viewing area. Whatever is the current theme, the stuff will go here. This is my garden, my flower pot plots. So currently I'm trying to grow up. Oh, this is not a plant. I think that was mint because I'm really low on mint. So I have enough flowers. So I'm trying to grow. For example, I would always plant flowers here. And so when they are bloomed, they double as a decoration in that spot, right? So if someone is visiting my farm, they can see. So I used to have a designated plot for rice, but I decided that I don't really need to do that. So yeah, I have to go do some work. So I usually leave some items behind, even during the day, because I'm working from home. I'm doing a lot of other things. So I try to engage my machines before I leave. So when I come back, there's stuff to check out. So if you don't have a lot of time to play the game and you're preparing, you have to prep your machines. Prep your town, prep your um, yeah, prep your town, prep your farm with um, long term. Like if you before you go, oh, what's happening to this one? Yeah, sometimes kind of weird things like this happen. I think I need to upgrade Heyday. Sometimes when I take something and it's not disappearing, it means there's an update that needs to happen. So I love these bananas. So you know something is going on with your app if the fruits don't disappear. There's kind of a glitch to it. So I'm not gonna upgrade right now because I don't really care. So I had too many of these honey bushes, so I ended up putting them all here. And what I do with the expansion items from my baby accounts is I put it into my main account. I send it for like 1 coin and at the corner. And then I always target expansion permits because according to my research, it takes like thousands of expansion permits to just get every one of these spots. It's gonna take me a long time. I want to get this tree, but I'm actually not targeting the spots that don't have any decoration. So I'm kind of a decoration fiend. So I also have this on my spreadsheet so that I'll be able to track which plot I'm targeting currently. So I wanted to get this one because it has like the cactus thing over here. Complete the verification to continue. What do you mean? I don't know. Oh wait, unable to verify. Verify. I hate jigsaw puzzle thingies. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. They're telling me I'm inactive. Why? I'm moving. Let me see what's happening on my life. Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So yeah. Hi guys. Welcome back. Yeah, it's moving. You can see me moving. So I like the bacon fondue. I like making these things that are like running on the side. This one takes a really long time. So, and it just randomly pops up. So it's kind of annoying. But the most difficult one for me to upgrade currently is the pasta place because the hot dog stand too. Like the smaller things that I need for, I would like to run it a lot, but the ingredients for the items is actually taking a lot longer to finish. So I try my best not to have like a zero item, but it's kind of hard not to have that kind of problem if you're like using it a lot. So if you're not opening your account all the time, so it does, um, you will take some time to master all of your machines. But before you leave the game, try to make sure that you have some stuff running on those machines or producing something on those machines so they're not empty. And before I go to sleep, I plant strawberries, asparagus, and tomatoes. And then when I wake up, there's a lot of them, right? I can sell them and I'll be able to use them for other things later. So, we're almost done with the 1 hour live, and I'll be coming back later. I got like a new um, phone holder so that I'll be able to show. It's kind of be a little bit similar to like a faceless live, but I'll probably not do a faceless live. But I need something that will help me make my phone kind of stand like this. So I can't see my phone's like it will be like this. So it will take a video of me because my sister was able to get me tickets to the SB19 concert. So we got the GA spot. So I am a team GA all the time. I always, even though during, I'm old because I'm like in my 40s, and it's not ideal for someone my in my age group to be in the team GA. But for me, I would rather spend the other money for transportation, for food, and for putting together um, freebies. So I still have a lot of freebies. I still have a lot of beads from the last concert. I wasn't able to use them all up, but I need to double check if the strings, the elastic strings, are still usable. So I will be able to use that later, probably. Yeah. So since we're out of time, I will be seeing you guys um, next time, and hopefully we can play together and make freebies for other 18 in the next live. So hopefully I can finish all of my work and all of my um, chores because I still need to feed my cat, clean the catio, I have to eat dinner. So I'm actually heating up my rice right now, and my parents drop off some food because I cannot cook. So I don't do eating lives, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to find the really good um, earphones for my phone because I tried to get um, the one that has the the round plug, but I don't know the hole in my. I got a Samsung adapter, but the plug for my phone is actually not okay. So Type C is very sensitive sometimes. So I'm gonna try to get a Type C gaming earphone so I can do a live. Or I'll just get a Bluetooth thing because I'm thinking maybe the Bluetooth thing is much better. So I could just clip the mic on my beanie. We'll see. And then I can take you with me to the concert or do something else. I still need to buy another power bank, and I actually still need to find my power bank. I don't know where it is. So, for every concert, I will try to buy a, another power bank so that I'll have like multiple power banks that I can use whenever I go to an event. And once it's used up, like I need to have a power bank for before the concert, during the concert, and after the concert. So that's the ideal number of power banks that you need because you'll be taking pictures with friends, you'll be searching the internet for things. And so, yeah. I'm actually really hungry right now, so I should go. I'll see you guys in my next life. Bye. There's another reward. It says I'm 17 minutes away from my next reward. Ah, because it's 80 minutes. Nah, I'll probably do that next time. Oh, there's themes that you can use. No, I'm okay. For my. Yeah, I want to reach 80 minutes, but I'm really hungry right now. So I need to prep for my next class. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.